Do you love your parents?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
You love your parents?
Yes.
Do you understand your parents? Do you think that you understand how your parents love you or work for you or how they think about you? Not at all. Do you think that you know your parents better than when you were 10 years old?
Yes.
Hmm? So day by day, with an addition to our experience, we are knowing, we have started knowing our parents more than how we used to know earlier. Am I right? Huh? So the story here is about such a girl, little girl. See here, we have got a little girl here, a little girl whose feelings for her father change from fear to understanding. And we know it in our houses also, we have fear for our parents. In some families it's the father, in some other families it is the father or mother. Huh? Huh? So it is there, we know about it. So let us see. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared and avoided. To the little girl, he was a figure to be feared and avoided. Every morning before going to work, he came into her room and gave her a casual kiss, to which she responded with "Goodbye, father." And oh, there was a glad sense of relief when she heard the noise of the carriage growing fainter and fainter down the long road. So, how was it? Let's see. To the little girl, he, who is the he here? Father, was a figure to be feared, to be afraid of, and avoided. No, father is there, I should not go there today. My father is there, so I should not go there today. My father is in this room, so I should not go to that room. That sort of fear was there in her. Okay. Every morning before going to work, he came. Before going to work means going to office or some other work, wherever he was engaged in. He would do what? He would go into her room and gave her a casual kiss, to which she understood that it's the kiss to say goodbye. And she used to say, "Goodbye, father." And oh, there was a glad sense of relief. Thank God. As she heard the sound of the carriage, the vehicle going away, away, away. At least father is not there. Oof. Now I can do whatever I wish to do because the father is not there. The fear factor is not there. In the evening, when he came home, she stood near the staircase. You know staircase? Yes. And heard his loud voice in the hall. "Bring my tea into the drawing room. Hasn't the paper come yet? Mother, go and see if my papers are out there and bring me my slippers." So every evening when a father came, she used to hear the commands of her father standing at the staircase. Clear? Standing near the staircase. "Kezia," mother would call to her. Her mother would call to her. "If you are a good girl, you can come down and take off father's boots." So, "Kezia, if you are a good girl, you can come down and take off your father's boots." Take off, you understand? Yeah. Take off, putting off. Take off your father's boots. Slowly, slowly, the girl would slip down the stairs, more slowly still across the hall because she is approaching the father. So she would come down slowly, and then while she was walking in the hall, it's even slower. Okay, she still across the hall and push open that drawing room door where her father was, where her father used to sit. By the time he had spectacles on and looked at her over them in a way that was terrifying to the little girl. And then by the time she reached there, her father would look at her. You understand it? Her father would look at her wearing his spectacles, in such a way that she would become even more terrified. Understood? It used to terrify her, made her feel afraid even more. Clear? Siddhibat, Nabakavas. Well, Kezia, hurry up, pull off these boots and take them outside. Have you been a good girl today? Don't know, father. Because she was afraid, she could not respond to her father properly. Okay, and so when she used to come hesitantly and all, and waiting for the father to say something, afraid to approach her father would call at her and say, Kezia, come fast and do it this way. Okay, and he used to ask her a question, ask her whether she was a good girl that day and all. Have you been a good girl today? But she was afraid and she said, don't know. You don't know. If you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. Now, if you stutter, you know stuttering? So, if you stutter like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor. Doctor. She never stuttered with other people, had quite given it up, but only with father, because then she was trying so hard to say the words properly. She never stuttered. The habit is over. Now she doesn't stutter while talking to others, but it's only with father, because there she tries too much not to stutter. Clear? It's like this. When things are spontaneous, you need not take much effort and all, make much effort and all, you do it easily. When you have to do it like it is a situation where you have to answer, you have to respond properly, you cannot. The fear of exam sort of thing for many. You understand it? Okay. So that is the case. Now what happened? What's the matter? What are you looking so wretched about? Mother, I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide. Here, Kezia, carry my teacup back to the table carefully. Now, what is it? What's the matter? Hey Kezia, what's the matter? Why are you looking so wretched about, sad about, unhappy about? Why? Hey mother. Mother means Kezia's mother. I wish you taught this child not to appear on the brink of suicide, not to appear in such a mood as if she is going to commit suicide. Don't teach her like that. Here, Kezia, carry my teacup back to the table carefully. Carry it. He was so big, his hands and his neck, especially his mouth when he yawned. So it's like a monstrous figure, and she was, the poor girl, afraid of it. Thinking about him alone was like thinking about a giant. His father was like a giant, like a figure. You understand it? His structure, physical demeanor and his structure, you know it. Like 10 of this size is equal to 1. Okay. And the mouth is like this, the head. And when you yawn, it's like your whole mouth can be devoured. Whole head can be devoured. Understood? Point is clear? It's okay. On Sunday afternoons, grandmother sent her down to the drawing room to have a nice talk with father and mother. But the little girl always found mother reading and father stretched out on the sofa. His handkerchief on his face, his feet on one of the best cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. Now, you might see the picture here. The description is unnecessary if you look at the picture. On Sunday afternoons, her grandmother would send her to talk to her parents, father and mother. And when she reached there, she would find her mother doing what? Reading. And the father, you see how it is there? Father, his feet on one of the best cushions, sleeping soundly and snoring. You know what snoring is? Oh, yeah, you know it. Okay. So, up to this is clear? Clear? So, she did what? She sat on a stool, gravely watched him until he woke and stretched and asked the time then looked at her. So she sat what? On the drawing room, she did what? She sat on a stool, seriously watched him until he woke up from sleep and stretched. You know how we stretch after we go asleep or after waking up from sleep, and asked the time. Then looked at her. Don't stare so, Kezia. You look like a little brown owl, the father used to call her. Don't look this way at me. You look like a little brown owl. Don't do this way. Up to this is clear?